Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Realms of what would be Awakened, but instead, welcome to Realms of Toonified Essence. I am your player for today, and your host for today's show, at least the showrunner, RT Studios, and I'll be playing Dracathio today. And let's bring in our lovely cast of Toonified players.
Cool.
Here we go.
Wow, good luck. Oh, no.
So, if we would like to go around the table and introduce our characters, or, well, the characters we'll be playing, and then if we, we're also going to be, you notice that we have a new person sitting up in the chair over there, and they are not a GM, they are an animator.
I am an animator.
Animator.
I am your animator, Trisha Welsh, and I'm also playing in this lovely little thing. Continue to play.
Yep.
Aya Jokin, and I am playing one NPC, a chibified, toonified Rags.
Well, shit. Oh, oops, sorry.
And now to my lovely person, kind of candy corner down from me.
Oh, me?
You.
I will be playing Dr. Vess,
describe your character.
who is he's a kobold in an overcoat with a fake medical license, but he will tell you that it's real.
That's how he lost his medical license.
I was gonna say,
How is the character
I feel like
how is the character drawn, or like...
oh, art style. I was actually tempted to go like he's done up like the He-Man art style, but he's done up like Orko, so he's
Okay, yeah, I can see
he's
that.
got
love
like
it.
No.
Yes.
he's got like his hat is like oversized and it's
Oh,
like over his face, and like his collar's up and like kind of covering his face a little bit. All you see
he's
is the
popping
light.
that collar.
Why did you have to
Yeah.
pick Orko?
Yep, okay.
You had to pick Orko.
And to Vess's left.
That would be me.
Yes, that would.
Hello. Normal introductions, but cartoonified, I guess.
Yes.
But yep. Howdy. I'm known as Gearbox, but I'm controlling, of course, as usual, but cartoonified this time. Alex and Oldwin and Mage Hand.
Fortunately, he's only doing 2 instead of like 15,000.
Over 9,000.
It's over 9,000. Okay, sorry.
And what style are both
For-
these characters?
For Alex, it's kind of harkens back to where he came from. I also, just because I like the art style a lot, a slightly rubber hosey for Alex.
Okay, so
He's got a bounce
so
to him.
1920s.
Yeah, all the way
Art
back then. All the way back then. And for Oldwin, let me think. Let me think of all the different art styles.
There are plenty of them that you could choose from.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm gonna choose the most simplest one for me, at least. AK kind of harkens back to my actual art style, just thick black lines, cartoony style. Actually, I've drawn him in that kind of style, anyways.
Okay. Dracathio?
Yes, I'm playing Dracathio, our lovely, no longer werewolf dwarf.
How is he not a werewolf anymore? This is toxic, anyways.
Well, here's the thing. All the hair went to his beard.
Super long beard. It's
Yes,
cartoony.
it actually is like 2 inches above...
yeah.
Oh, that's the bot. It's 2 inches
that's the bot.
above the floor, and he is, he's 4 feet, maybe like 1 inch in height, and he has a very long ginger beard which he keeps combed, and he has a slick back kind of like comb, kind of like mohawk on his hair, and he just kind of slicked back with the comb, and he always has a comb.
What is the art style? Yeah, what is the art style for Drac?
He is actually anime.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that. I can
Yep.
so see that.
Yep.
Okay. And as I said before, my rags is chibified and toonified, so it's the chibi art style. I happen to like that art style. And for Aya is also anime, but more because I've been watching an awful lot of this particular anime. That time that I was reincarnated as a slime. That
Nice.
particular art style. If you've actually seen that anime, great, but it's in that particular art style for her. The game we're playing is Toon, which is a Steve Jackson game. Where everybody is a cartoon. These cartoons, being cartoons, they do not die. Um, and it's very much you act first, think later. And we're going to have lots of hilarity and hopefully get through this little crossover in one piece, maybe? We
Probably
don't
not.
know.
Well,
Um,
maybe in several pieces, but they'll still be alive.
right.
Thumbs up.
So, that's the system, that's the characters, that's the animator. Um, hey, showrunner, what else do we need to do?
Oh, glad you asked, animator. We need to explain how the characters are created if we'd like to go through and do a checkout of these characters.
Exactly. Um, so, uh, if you're going to, if you want to play this game, first of all, you can get the books. They do have PDFs of this out on the interwebs. You just put in Toon RPG, and it'll direct you to a website, and it'll tell you how much to pay for it. I actually have the books because I was lucky. Um, they do have character sheets, which I have one of. And you can go and copy them. The first thing you do is you have 4 attributes. You have muscle, which is your strength. Zip, which is your dexterity. Smarts, which is your intelligence and wisdom. And then chutzpah. No lie, that is what it's called. Is your charisma, let's say. So you have 4 attributes. There are 2 ways to get your attributes number. One, you can roll a d6 and you write down what you roll, or you can use a point buy, which is 14 points. No stat can be over 6 in um in a particular attribute. Then you move on to classes, or not classes, for skills. You have 23 of those. Your base level skill is your attribute. So, for instance, one of my characters, muscle, is 3, so all of her skills in that particular category start off as 3. You have 30 points for skills, and no skill can be 9, over 9. You also use skill points to have 1, yes, I said 1 shtick, which is your what your character's kind of good at. You could have 2, but it costs more to have more than 1. Um, the other things that you need to do is if your character has natural enemies, you could put that on your character sheet. If they don't, that's fine. If they have beliefs and goals, you can put that on your sheet. That's what drives your character. You could have up to 9 possessions. They could be normal possessions or they could be a little bit wacky. But you don't have to, or no, I'm sorry, not 9, 8, sorry. 8 possessions. Um, and that's what you have on your character at all times. You can use that as many times as you want.
Welcome, STA.
And
How are you doing? Let us know in chat.
and and how you play this game is I will call for a skill, like say, Drac, roll your see, hear, smell check. Kenny will take a look at his see, hear, smell. Roll his 2 lovely dice. 2d6s. And give me the answer. If it's below his skill, he succeeds. If it's above his skill, well, you'll find out. And
For
that is
example,
how
I rolled a 5 and a 3, so it's an 8.
8, which is above your see, hear, smell, if I do remember correctly.
Correct, yes.
So whatever it is that I wanted you to see, hear, smell, Kenny might not see, hear, or smell whatever it is I wanted them to do. And that is how you play the game. That is how you create the character.
And just one thing I'd like to say for the animator and our lovely Toons out there. This is a perfect game for people just getting into role playing, because you don't have to worry about botching a roll. It's always going to be funny.
And you also don't have to worry about dying, because cartoons don't die. You get knocked out, but you do not die.
Yes, Evil,
So,
cartoon shenanigans are going to be happening in this game, regardless if you
yes,
like it or
Evil!
not.
Hello, Evil! So that is how you play the game. That is briefly how you create a character. It's real easy to make characters. I've done it many, 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 many times. So, I do believe that it's time to start this particular episode of Realms of Toonified Essence.
We'll be right back after the opening intro. Stay tuned.
Intro.
Oh,
Hello,
we can't
ladies
hear
and
you.
gentlemen, and welcome back to Realms of Toonified Essence. Let our animator animate.
Actually, I need to have my pencil.
Gotta get a pencil.
We're actually going to back up just a little bit. Drac, you were upstairs in your room, minding your own business. I think you said that you were getting ready for bed, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of like pulling the covers over like my head and just kind of going to sleep.
Okay. Drac, you hear a knock on the door of where you are.
Hello, who is it?
No answer, but the knock is getting insistent.
You know you can open the door. You don't have to knock, it's open.
Still no answer. But more knocking.
Fine. He throws the covers off of him, gets up, and walks over on his digi legs over to the door, and
And you open it?
he's gonna peer through the keyhole. What does he see?
You're not sure.
Okay.
Are you going to open the door?
He's gonna be like, Are you guys there? Hello? And he's gonna crack the door open slowly.
As you crack the door open, as you start opening the door violently opens. There's a humongous white light, and you are being pulled through it.
He's like scraping and clawing at the floor as this like
It's
energy's
not
dragging
working.
him in.
No, yep, it's dragging you in.
What the? No. He's like still clawing at the floor. It's like he tries to grab onto like the nightstand and just pulls it in with him.
Nope.
Snake. Snake.
And Drac, you are being pulled through this great white light. You know you're going from where you were to somewhere else. That much you know, but where you're going, you're not sure.
All right. He's just like floating through this light, and he is.
And he's going to land hard on the ground.
From above, or
Now,
just like hard on the ground, like
just hard on the ground. Just
smack.
smack.
Oof. And he's
So
going to
Drac,
be.
the first roll, since we're just
Yes.
talking about this, roll me your see, hear, smell check.
All right. D6. No, 2d6. That's right. And I don't add on any modifiers, just roll.
Yep, just a roll.
That's a 6.
And your see, hear, smell is
Let me go up
What's
to
your
look at
skill?
that. Let me go up to it. Give me a moment. Because I didn't have it pasted down there. So, see here smells a 4. So I go over.
yes. Okay, so you're still being blinded by a light.
What is that blind, bright... Ugh. Can't see. He's like trying to look at his hands in the light, and he just can't see them.
Old one.
Old one?
Old one. You're slowly opening up your eyes.
He's like opening his eyes groggily.
And you look down at your feet. They're not your feet.
What? Whoa. He starts like
Then-
kind of like
And then you
doing
look
like
at your hands. They're not your hands.
the,
Well, they're your hands, but they're not your hands. You're very
the
confused.
mage hand.
And
Mage
Mage
hand
Hand
slowly
comes out
rising.
with, well, you get to describe what Mage Hand looks like to Old One.
Mage hand, because I find it funny. We're just gonna put a glove on him.
Mm,
He's just gonna be a gloved mage hand now.
okay, so what kind of glove is it? Is it a black glove, purple glove, blue glove? What
It's
kind
like one of
glove?
those white glove, like Mickey Mouse gloves, pretty much.
Okay,
It's I was picturing, yeah.
yeah,
The funny glove.
with the thing on the end. Yeah, okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah,
Like just kind of.
hopefully with eyes and a mouth. That's what I'm getting here, right?
That's a terrifying thought. I don't want to see hands with mouth and eyes.
Eyes and a mouth. That's all I'm saying.
It's terrifying, truly. I would like the idea that like the little like black strips on the top of the glove,
Okay.
like has little eyes, and that's it.
So Alduin, you've just called Mage Hand, and you see this. That's not Mage Hand, at least not the last time you looked.
Mage head just looks old and wise. Whoa! What are you looking at me for? What is it like that? They're both pointing at each other. You're not Mage Head. You're not old, but you just both. They just shout.
Yep. Dr. Vest, please roll me a see, hear, smell.
Okay. That's based off of smarts, right?
Yep.
So I don't think I have a skill in that.
Then it's just your base.
Oh, I did not succeed. I rolled a 10, which is well above my.
It is.
Sadly.
You hear noises. Very loud noises, but noises.
Okay. Is Vest like waking up from a sleep or?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
So you
He'll
open your
like
eyes.
he rolls over and he's like, oh, 5 more minutes.
You roll over. Are you opening up your eyes?
Yeah, he'll open them up slowly.
You open up your eyes. You stare up at the sky. Wait. Sky. The last time you remember, you were in a building, and it was nighttime.
Oh, Dr. Vess will spring up.
And
And
you do.
I picture, yeah.
Yeah. Basically, what
Boing.
happens is, yeah, you go from lying down to springing up like within seconds, and you know that never happens. So it's hold it.
You
You
used your
wait.
tail to bounce up, bro.
I also picture his coat is now so long that you can't see his legs. So it's like,
It's a
Oh yeah.
leg.
Oh yeah. Um. Oh. Uh. Vess, you also hear a very feminine moan.
Uh-oh.
Oh God! Did anybody get the number of that dragon that just ran over us? It sounds like
uh,
A. It sounds like A.
I'm not sure, but I think we might be in some kind of a shared hallucinatory state.
Huh? And she wakes up. She looks down at her hands. What the? What the?
Bitch, I'm all the way going, ah!
She pokes her face that kind of does the cartoon thing and goes boing 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 boing.
Boing.
Okay, look. The last thing I remember was you Vez trying to find Alex, and then we were all engulfed in a big, bright light. Does everybody remember
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Bitch, I'm all the way just too terrified pointing at each other.
She looks over. Oh, is that Alduin? Alduin.
Ayo, where? Looks at you. You're not. Oh, wait. What's happening? I'm so confused. Mate,
Oh
it's like you
my.
you think you're confused. I'm more confused.
Oh Lord. Where are we?
Why am I? What am I? I feel different. Magehead looks at a puddle. Ah!
Yeah, yes, there is water beside you, so you can look at yourselves. At least you two can look at yourselves and see. And Ao's also kind of peering over. That's not how
Aldwin and Magehead look at it.
I,
What
I,
is the
I'm drawn more beautifully. Drawn.
drawn? But we're 3D. How can people be drawn?
I don't know. Okay, this is really weird.
Aldwin's like I'm like exaggerated. He says, well, like his face. I'm like loony and toony. I hate it.
I, and Aya starts counting noses, basically. Okay, there's Alduin and Mage Hand and Dr. Vess, and she brings her finger over, and there's Drac, just as confused as the rest of you.
Drac is just kind of like standing, just kind of like looking around. He's still kind of blinded because of the light. He can't see anything. He turns around and
Drac?
Aya, is that you?
Well,
He's like
yeah.
doing the hand thing, like where he's like trying to feel and stuff like that.
And she puts out her hand so he can feel it.
He feels and he's
And
like,
when you touch her, the blindness goes away, and you see a very well. It's Aya, but it's Aya, but it's not Aya, but it's Aya.
he's like,
Same voice.
what happened to you? And he looks at his hands and he's like,
What happened to me?
he's like, where's all the fur?
And
then he looks down, and then he looks down at his chin. And he's like, I don't remember this being that long.
Like it's all gone all the way down to the ground.
Yeah.
Hey, it looks
No.
good on you though.
So
He pulls
you
out a comb
also-
and just kind of flicks his hair back and combs it, and then puts the comb back, and then pulls his comb out again. He's like, "Where did I get this?" Puts it
I
away.
have absolutely no idea. So, you also notice that you're by a stream surrounded by woods.
This isn't Valcora, is it?
Where the hell? Where are we? Alden says,
No,
Mage
it's
Hand's
not.
like,
It's not Valcora. Where are we? Do we start walking? Do we stay put? What do we do?
Mage Hand's like, I'm wearing a glove.
Yes, you're
I
wearing
never wear a glove. I have eyes. Hands do not have eyes.
Except, Mage Hand, you can actually see where you're going now. That's weird.
I don't like this. Officially said I don't like this.
Yes.
I want
you've
back.
officially
Also,
said
why
you don't
can't
like
I?
it.
Why am I
Also-
PG?
Also, by the way, Drac does have the digilegs still. So he's a dwarf with digilegs.
You're like-
Humanoid
That's like
digilegs.
super anime style.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Furless
Oh yeah.
werewolf
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
So,
Dwarf.
yeah, well, just, well, let's see. We're here. Let's see if our, I'm going to test something.
What are you gonna test?
She takes aim at one of the trees that's not too far off. Okay, goes off. And she goes, Firebolt! And what comes out of her finger looks like hand-drawn flames. And it goes over to the tree, and the tree catches on fire.
Drac just like looks off in the distance, and his jaw drops, and the tip of his beard just like touches the ground.
Mage Hand just goes, "Wow, those are high quality effects." Well, that's all the budget.
So
Drac just like looks at you as he picks up his chin off the floor.
maybe we could get ourselves out of here?
I don't know. No, just goes, this is horrible.
Why don't we follow the stream?
Okay, well, yeah.
If there's going to be like a village or a city or something, it's going to be along a source of water, so it's probably our best bet.
Yeah. Okay. What if any of my other spells work?
Old one's like, does my thunder loot work? Does it still work? He says while strumming the strings slightly.
So she sits there. She as you're walking, she sits there and she concentrates, and she goes, teleport. Oh God. Oh lordy. Hoping to get that one. Okay. Everyone hears a very quiet whistle, but just like the Doppler effect, it's getting louder.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's like one of those
And it just
whistle
happens to look up. Oh crap.
What is it?
It looks like a big white rectangular box that has two doors on it.
That can't be good.
Drac is going to like bolt at and trying to push her out of the way.
Okay, so
this
you're
falling
going
object.
to, yeah, well, you are going to have to make a okay, you're going to have to make a run check.
Run check. Okay.
Run, yeah.
Okay.
And she is going to try to make a dodge check
All right.
from the falling object. which she does not make. So,
4.
and your run check is
A 6.
I looked at that.
It's a 6.
Okay. That's right. It is a 6.
Yep.
So yes, you were able to run at her and push her out of the way. As this thing comes crashing down, you take 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. You just see like a loud, you hear like a loud smack, and you just hear like cracking of bones and stuff like that.
And all of you are looking at this particular object. You have never seen this object before. Aya walks up to it, opens the bottom. It has fruits and vegetables and a carton of milk. Wait. And she rumbles around a little bit further and she finds sticks of butter. Wait. She closes the bottom one, she opens the top one, she finds little tiny ice cubes.
And looks at like the box that's now on top of Drac and just goes, "He's dead, amen."
You just You just see a flat kind of like thing, like an image, just kind of like squeezing its way out from underneath the. Actually, no. I'm gonna do this.
Go ahead.
Can I roll a incredible strength check?
Ooh.
Yes, you may.
All right. So how do I go about rolling that? Just roll 2d6 again. Okay, that's a 7. So,
Okay, so but your incredible strength is a 5, if I remember correctly.
yes.
Yeah, you try to lift this thing off of you. You get about maybe 2 inches.
And you just hear like a deflating balloon sound as it's just like kind of like squeak.
Yeah.
It pushes the air out of
yeah.
him.
Oh, yep. So, what do you do? Drag is trapped under this.
You just see his head kind of like stuck underneath it, poking out, but like you just see a bunch of like hands and they're just like crushed.
I think he's still alive, just barely. We gotta move this thing.
He looks
How do we
flat.
move it?
Okay,
Why
stand
does he
back.
look flat?
I have a really bad idea.
Go ahead.
I've heard people saying people are flat, but I think this takes a whole new meaning.
This is gonna pull out his wand with a star at the end of it, which he now has. He's like,
Okay.
he looks at it and like, huh. And he's gonna wave it and cast Shatter on the fridge.
Okay.
So what do I roll for this? 2d6?
2d6.
I rolled a 5.
Okay. What was it that you were?
It was the Shatter spell.
Okay, so yes, it goes off. It goes off. And what happens is whatever this thing was breaks in a million pieces,
And
like
Drac,
all over the place.
Drac underneath just kind of like you see a flat, like very flat looking Drac, and he's just kind of like contorted and like crushed and like the kind of like animated like backward fingers. And you see the X's over his eyes.
Oh no! He needs emergency medical treatment. Gus will reach into his coat and will pull out the comically large hypodermic needle.
No, Major goes, "I got an idea." Major goes, "I got an idea."
Yep.
He grabs Drac and then folds, like, you know how like you wring out a sheet or whatever to like put on your bed.
Yeah.
You like like shake it. He just grabs him and like rings him.
Okay,
And then you
so
just hear
first,
a loud pop, and then he's just like back.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
So that is, and you're all sitting there looking at each other, going, "Wait, that shouldn't happen."
Mage Hand just goes, "Wait a minute, what did I just do?"
Drac just like
That
looks
shouldn't
at his
work.
hands, and they're just like normal, like they're just normal hands. They're not bent out of shape and stuff. Then he's like, "Okay, that's not supposed to happen."
Hey,
Alderman's like,
dudes, you made a full recovery. Vest will produce like a thing that says medical bill, and then it goes like whoosh, and rolls along the ground.
Mage just looks at.
Yeah, and AO will kind of look at that and go, Vess, are you feeling all right?
He just goes, Vest, do you even know what you're doing?
Drac just looks
Yes,
over at
yes, I
Vest.
do.
Drac looks over at Vest and says,
You don't look like
Really?
you know what you're doing.
"Are you sure you're okay?" And he puts it like a hand up to his forehead and sticks a like a comically large thermometer, like old-fashioned thermometer in his mouth.
Mm.
Drac pulls it
within
out and looks
seconds-
at it.
Yeah, and it reads normal.
Just normal, like there's just a word on
Just
it.
normal.
He just tosses it over his shoulder. Like, well,
Old
looks like
one's
you're
like-
okay.
Old one's like, why is everyone taking this normal? This is not normal. Why am I the only one who acknowledges this is not okay? Mage, it's, we know it's not okay, but we're rolling with the flow.
So why don't we continue to follow the stream, and I'll try not to cast that particular spell.
How did you
again.
do that?
I
Mage
don't
hand.
know. I was trying to cast teleport, and the whatever that thing was fell out of the sky.
Old one's like, okay, let's just not cast spells. I'm not gonna use the Thunder Loot. He says, we'll put the Thunder Loot away.
We need to remember why we're here. And Vest will pick up the milk carton from earlier, and we'll turn it around and show it at everybody. And it's got like, have you seen this person? And it's got Alex's picture on it.
Have you
How
seen
is that
this?
that convenient?
Have you seen this werewolf?
Yeah.
And it's got Alex's picture on it and all the details underneath it.
And it just says wanted. Like it's a wanted poster, actually.
Mage hand looks at it and goes, okay, now that's a bit weird. At least we know who we're looking for. And he's here, I guess. Unless that's more Wah! Mage hand's like, no, I'm getting angry about this.
So you all are walking towards, following this stream. It looks
Yep.
like it is going downstream, and you're walking through this forest, and you come upon what looks like a small village. You could see maybe two-story house, or two-story building. Sorry, a few of them, but you see some like you could just see the very tops of the roofs because you're like up on the hill, and you see this little small town.
Drac points to say, "Hey, look, civilization. Maybe we can get some answers."
Alden's like, I guess. Mage hand's like, calm down. I don't think slapping you will work, but here we go. He slaps him in freaking Old One's head. He just kind of, like, the entire body of Old One just spun.
Spins. Yes.
You hear like the corkscrew sound.
Yeah, like,
So we're leaving this group just for a little bit. Alex,
yay.
last we left you off, you had seen a very small chipified rags.
Alex just looks at this and he just immediately hops up. Like, what the? Wait, why did I hop up so easily? I didn't even touch the. Whatever. What is happening?
Okay, maybe I can explain this just a little, just a little. Because Lady Mary sent me here, and I was not dragged. Although I think that probably would have been preferable. For some reason, somebody cast a spell that they weren't supposed to, and well, you got here because Acerag is a nasty piece of work. He threw you into this realm.
That son of a.
And that son of a biscuit ear, let's just call him that. And from what Lady Mary was telling me, your friends was trying to figure out where you were by casting what was that spell? Scry. And it backfired.
What do you mean it backfired?
Well, because we're in a very specialized, I guess you would call this a demiplane. The demiplane has a defense mechanisms that if somebody is trying to find somebody else in the demiplane, it backfires and brings them into the demiplane.
That's weirdly specific.
Don't look at me. I'm not the one who came up with this silly cockamamie place or cockamamie rules or whatever. Look, we had to find your friends. You're free of Acerec. That much is for sure, right?
I think so.
Okay, so let's go see if we can find your friends. I did take a look around before I bumped into you, and I'm glad I bumped into you. Um, I did see a village that way, and she points. A village that way. So if we go to the village, maybe A, we'll get some answers, and B, we'll find your friends. I don't know.
He hasn't yet realized what he is right now visually, so he's
Oh
just
yeah.
like sitting there, like, why can't I stop moving? Giving off a slight bounce.
Let's look. Look at me. I've been chibified. Shorter than usual.
That's scary.
It's scary that I actually know that term too, because I don't know what a chibi is.
I don't want to know. Well, anyways, should I look at my hands? He says while holding. He's slowly starting to rise his hands into his view.
You look at your hands. They are wolf hands, but not the way that you remember them.
Kind of looks at them.
And,
Why am I? I'm trying to. Why am I? Wait a minute. He's gonna look for a reflective surface.
well, your crystal has come with you.
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say
And
that
it's
for
and
later.
and it is just floating there.
Oh, hi,
And
Crystal.
and you said, are you thinking I've got to find a reflective surface?
Yeah. Also,
So
yeah.
so when you think I've got to find a reflective surface, all of a sudden your crystal becomes a mirror.
What the?
It's
What the?
still floating there, by the way.
Okay. That's mostly it. Looks in the mirror. Holy. Whoa.
And Rags kind of peeks around the corner. Oh, so that's what a chibi is. So I am shorter than normal.
On Nim's
Oh.
Earth, what am I? Well, I do know what I am, but how? He's like, he kind of tugs on his ears a little bit and lets go. Why am I a
Well, I did.
cart?
Well, I think this world is. I think we're cartoons.
How It's just because I tried to make cartoons once, long time ago, and I gave up.
Well,
Is this payback?
it might be payback. We don't even know what we're supposed to be doing in this realm. Remember, Acerec sent you here, and I was sent to follow you and maybe be able to bring you back. Although I'm not going to be able to do that without some sort of exit way. And plus, I've got to get back to some of my friends. I do have several of them in several different realms.
Nice.
Well, okay.
But
Well,
anyway,
let's go to the village. Now,
Crystal.
as soon as you stop looking at the mirror that the crystals produce,
Mhm.
the crystal goes back to being a crystal.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna add my input with the crystal a little bit.
Okay.
It seems to slightly, every now and then, as it's just kind of floating, it kind of slightly flickers color to a darkish color almost, and it kind of loses its balance and it kind of starts falling for a second.
Yeah, and you also get the sense, Alex, that whatever your brain comes up with, whatever your imagination is going to come up with,
Mhm.
the crystal is going to produce. Like you were thinking about a mirror, crystal became a mirror.
Hmm.
So you kind of get the feeling that if you think of maybe a vehicle, that the crystal might become a vehicle.
He's like staring at Crystal, like, I don't think Crystal's doing too okay, but we need to like get there fast.
Yeah. I see that. Yeah.
Maybe like a car or something. Thinking face.
As the words leave your mouth, the crystal makes itself into a car. Although, Alex, you don't know what a car is.
Kind of, yeah. He kind of,
Oh, well, you know what the steampunk version of a car is.
yes.
But that's not what this looks like.
Oof. fun fact, he did kind of like leave before this actually happened.
Yes.
Cars. But anyways, he's like,
Yes, I know.
Mm,
So
that's not a
it,
car.
I,
Or is it a
I,
car?
I think it is. Okay, things are coming back to me for what Lady Mary was telling me. This world is an amalgamation of a whole bunch of things. Stuff can fall out of the sky, uh, like stuff that we're not expecting. Things can become other things, like I think you had cars where you came from, yes?
But more like large car vehicles powered by steam engines.
Yeah, I think this comes from a later period. I think this runs on something called um gas.
Is that some sort of fuel? I guess it is.
It it,
Probably.
it, it is. It's and it's well, we won't get into that. Okay, so I am going to hop in and let's see what is her drive. Oh, this ought to be funny. Yeah, oh, this ought to be funny. She climbs into the driver's seat. No, she'd be fine. She looks down at the pedals. Well, I'm going to have to get either blocks or someone else is going to have to drive. Looks down at her feet.
It's just trying to reach with your foot.
She can't reach the pedals.
Her,
She can reach
her
the
like
steering wheel fine.
her toes are like trying to like stretch to reach for the like the.
Crystal, can you just extend like the length of those, please?
Well, what are you doing?
Just asking the crystal to make the brake and all that stuff closer to your feet.
The clutch and all that. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a stick shift, ladies and gentlemen.
The crystal whirs and whistles. Sounds like you're sure that this crystal's not supposed to be making, but it's making them. And as Rags is trying to reach the pedals start growing towards her feet.
Wow. That's
Or
not
towards,
creepy.
towards her shoes, rather. Okay, that is weird. What did you do?
I just asked the crystal to help. Alex is hopping in.
Okay. Let's see if we can get this baby started up and go.
Just
Okay.
drive.
She turns on the car starts up. It purrs like a kitten.
Wow.
She stomps down on the accelerator. It does not move. And the purring is no longer purring. It's now meowing very loudly. Rags rolls her eyes and went, well, it started off nice. See what's in the engine block.
He just jumps out of the car. Does not even opening the door. He just leaps over because I imagine it's like a topless car.
It's a topless car. It's a yeah.
He hops out and just it's like, I feel like something's off with this world in general. He says
You
while opening up the
think?
thing.
She takes her
Opening up
foot off the.
the
She takes her foot off the gas. She turns the car off. You open the hood, and there's a cat where the engine should be.
Why is there a cat in where a engine should be? Is that how cars work? I don't think so.
No, there should be an engine where engine should be. The cat.
It's a cat.
It's a cat.
It's a
Okay.
cat.
Rags will get out of the car. The car starts to shimmer and dissipates. And you're now left without a car, but the crystal's still there. And Alex, you were holding a cat.
I'm holding a cat now.
And the cat's kind of looking up at you and
don't know what to do.
It kind of snuggles down and, like the cat is very happy to be around you.
He pets the cat and just puts it on his head. His big werewolf head.
Okay. And the cat just kind of settles down. You hear rumbling, quiet purrings from the cat.
I have a hat now, I guess, a cat hat.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Fun.
it looks like we're going to have to walk.
Yay! Let's walk.
Let's walk. Walk, walk, walk. Okay. Back to the main group. You guys have come down from the hill, and you're walking into this tiny village. You see a whole bunch of other people, animals, all sorts of creatures in this town, and they all look like they're all trying to do things, like kind of like they have somewhere to go, somewhere to be.
Hmm.
You do hear some idle talking, like, did you see that big refrigerator coming down out of the sky? I saw it.
Not again.
I don't know how it happens. Someone must have used some magic and got the spell wrong or something.
Drac just kind of walks up and it's like,
why are you gonna walk up to people?
this person and says, it's like these two people chattering and says, "Excuse us."
Ah! You
Hello.
are a dwarf with a very big beard, says one. And this particular
Yes,
one
I am.
kind of
He pulls out the
kind of
comb and
looks-
strokes his hair again.
kind of looks like a dog.
Just a dog.
It's a dog.
Yeah. Dogs are cool.
He bends over, he looks down and says,
Well, and this dog
Oh.
is human size.
okay,
he's
he
like,
looks up at
stand
the
and
dog,
look at it.
because I'm 4 feet, like 1 inch. Looks up at the dog and says, "We're looking for some answers to, well, all of this." He just kind of gestures.
We have none. Mage Hand just goes, don't sound too weird, because if you sound too weird, you sound weird.
And you are
Dracathio Faragath. He holds out his hand.
Tricathio.
Faragath, just call me Drac.
Right. Okay. Well, you are in the city of Krubus.
Krubus? He kind of looks around and says, "Never heard of it. We're not from around here, but you know, we're just stopping by."
Yes. Well, yes. This particular small town is welcoming to all people. You know, the dogs, cats, birds, rabbits, humans. But we don't think we've seen a dwarf. Or
He looks-
whatever
he
you
looks
you
down-
are,
You look at
points
the
to
dwarf's
Bess.
legs. They're digified.
Yeah.
Oh,
You look-
I'm a doctor.
That's not a species, Mage Hand just retorts.
And I don't think we've ever seen somebody like you, and points to Alduin.
Oh. I was kind of expected. Mage Hand's just like, he's a... Actually, I don't remember at this point.
So
Hey.
okay. So you aren't from around here, and you look like that. Something must have gone really wrong. What kind of information you're looking at, sisters?
Drac just says, "We're looking for answers to how we got here and what happened to us." He just says, "We weren't exactly like this before we arrived."
Mage Hand just like lets out a really like next to Vest really quick, just kind of points a thumb at him for a second, like I blame him.
Well, this particular, he looks at all of you and goes, "Where are my manners? You introduced yourself, Dracathio, and I
Just
have
call me
not
Drac.
introduced."
He does the comb thing again.
Stop calling.
And
Like restars.
my name is Henry Brightman, and he does a full, you know, bow. It's very, very fancy, the whole 9 yards. His friend, who is a cat, looks at him, rolls her eyes. This is a female, and she goes, "Yes, and I am Irene Bird," which is odd because she's not a bird. She's a cat.
That's the joke. Laugh. Anyways, wow.
So, these two were kind of looking at you and how you got here. Well, how does anyone get here? We live here. Says and I've forgotten his name. Does anybody remember his name?
Nope, too long. Too long a name.
Something. Was the cat person or the dog?
Dog.
Oh, Henry.
Something.
Henry, thank you.
Yep.
I think it was Henry Brightman.
Brightman, yep.
Brightman.
Says Henry. We're from here. How you lot got here, I don't know. Um, all of you, Drac, Vess, Alduin, roll me a see, hear, smell.
Oh no.
For Aya.
Why? Alex could have probably nailed it, but no, not Alduin. I don't believe in my boy.
That's a 7. So I think that's one above my see here smell.
Yeah, I rolled a 6, so I did not make it.
Okay, Alduin. All you have to do.
No, that's actually.
All you have to do.
That's a 7, and my see here smells a 4, so that's way above.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I'm okay. It's in smarts, right?
Yes.
So I'm never gonna get it because it's a 1.
Actually, what did you roll?
So let me roll.
Yep, roll.
Rolling. I forgot how to roll. Gotta roll the inputs right. Yeah, that's right. 4.
Okay. And also doesn't get it. But Irene kind of perks her head up. Henry, dear. Henry, I do believe we have more guests coming from that way. And Henry looks. Oh my! 2 more strange people in our town. Does everybody look in the same direction?
My head just kind of goes. My head just snaps to that direction.
Mage Hand looks first, and then sees, and then grabs Alduin by the head and slowly turns his head.
What you two see is Alex, the werewolf, and standing next to him, very much shorter than all of you remember, is a dragon-like creature, copper skin.
Drac looks and kind of like squints, pulls out like a bunch of like a small spectacle, like pair of glasses out of his like front pocket and just puts them on and just like, is that? Takes the glasses off, puts them back on. It is.
Are any of you going to play the pronoun game and find out who he's talking about?
Well, I mean, Vess will turn and look.
Hey, Vess, you do see Alex and a very short somebody that you've seen before.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Very short. Shorter than you.
Mage Hand's just like, old one, look. Old one's like, I'm trying to look this way. No, look this way. Okay, well, oh.
Vess will zip over to them with like, because you don't see his legs. It's just like, shoop.
You can see like the dust
Are
kick
you
up
doing?
by
Are
your
you doing a tackle hug?
Sure, actually, yeah.
What are you gonna
Okay.
tackle hug?
Well, basically, it's a run, and technically it's a fight. So who are you hugging first?
Probably Rags.
Okay. I thought it'd be funny. She is going to try to dodge you, so I want you to first roll me a run.
Okay. Which I think for me is going to be just zip.
Yes.
Nope, I rolled a 7.
Yeah, you start to run, but the legs don't get any traction, so your feet are kind of doing.
You're just digging a deeper hole.
Yeah, basically. And Vess, you realize that the ground is getting lower and lower and lower. You're not getting any closer to Rags.
but the old one Mage Hand just like look down the hole. They're just like, how did that do for you? And old one's like,
once he's out of sight, like he'll jump out of the hole then
Okay.
with like a
a freaking Mario jump noise.
yeah, pretty much.
If you're going to make a jump that high, you need to roll me a jump.
This Vest can actually do.
I can see that actually.
I just make it at a 7.
Okay. So all the way down, and then you go jump, and you hear the little Mario sound.
Where is Mario?
So what
It's
do
a
you do,
goal.
Vess? You run yourself into a hole. You've jumped out of it. They're continuing to walk towards you. They're not
I
exactly.
didn't expect to see you here, and you've already found Alex.
Well, yeah, that was kind of
Oh.
happened circumstance. Wait, you're taller than I really am that short.
Alex just looks like, wait,
I didn't want to be this short.
Vess? Alex says we're looking at Vess.
Yes, Dr. Vess. And he'll produce his like medical license, which has like a name that's been scratched out, and Dr. Vess is written under it.
And red marker.
Okay, so okay. So as I was explaining to Alex as we were walking down here, we did a little walk and talk. From what I can remember, what Lady Mary told me, and yes, Lady Mary sent me. Seems like she's always sending me.
Drac
what she
just kind of
doesn't want to do her own.
looks at Rags and says, "So Lady Mary did this." Looking around.
Well, Lady Mary sent me. Lady Mary did not send you here.
Oh.
Yeah. Basically, what she was telling me was Alex here got sent here by Asarak. And when Dr. Vess tried to cast, what was it that you were trying to cast?
Probably Scry.
Yes, you were using Scribe because he was here. The particular realm that we're in has a unique defense mechanism, which means it backfired and drug everybody who was around you, and unfortunately Drac too, into this lovely realm where we're all Toonified.
That explains why Asarak dropped him here. It was basically a trap for all of us.
Well, he dropped Alex here because he knew Alex wouldn't be able to get out. Wasn't expecting the rest of you to be drug in.
That only makes it easier for him.
No, I think this is all Asarak's fault, and he's got like the cartoon sweat things coming off of him.
Alex just kind of just goes, what happened?
Drax just obsessively combing his hair in the background, paying no attention to what they're saying.
Alex just like, okay, what would happen to the other two people that should be with you guys, such as, Flechette and Lady Mary.
Well, Lady Mary, from what I could understand before she sent me here, Lady Mary and Pochette. That's a
Flechette.
really, yeah, that's a really interesting name. They were on their way, as apparently, your Warforged friend. What's his
Clink,
name? Clink.
says Drac as he stops combing his hair mid-comb.
Managed to fix the thing that you were going to fix before you dropped us down on the planet.
The
And they're
tachyon
going
emitter.
yeah, that. And they were going to go to the ship to try to get back your friend's blade.
Well, Flechette's weird swords.
Yeah, the weird swords. I think that's what she said she was doing, which is the reason why she's not here, and neither is he. Although Dark Matter is going to keep an eye on both situations. What
You're
we're
telling
doing
me
in
he's like looking at us and them at the same time.
well, he knows he can't exactly do anything in this realm, but he's going to keep an eye on us so that he can report back to Lady Mary in case something does happen. I think that's what they were. They used a lot of big words. I'm just a small, simple kobold. I don't understand these big words.
Drac just looks at the kobold and says, "Small is an understatement."
Hey, no small jokes. And you see her kind of try to even get small. You see her kind of compress. I don't want to be a chibi.
Oh my god. Alex just goes, oh my god, she flattened.
Oh, well, if a scrying spell brought us here, maybe it can get us back. All I need is my scrying mirror. And then Beth starts to like turn out his pockets.
Like,
You know what's
throw
funny?
the
I almost
scrying
thought about putting mirror on the sheet, and then I didn't pick that.
He could have.
I know, right?
You could put it on there. While you're doing this, all of you see Rags, who's clearly depressed, take out a comically oversized flask. I mean, it's about as big as she is. Screw open the top. Yes, we are. Thank you. Open the top, chug a little bit, put it back down, screw it down the top, put it back into heaven knows where. It doesn't look like she has pockets. This is the reason why I don't drink. Anyway, so who are these two people while you're looking for your scrying glass?
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You were about to speak.
Because who is she asking about then? It would be Dracathio and
No. The dog and the cat
oh.
that you guys were talking to.
Well, this is Henry, and this is Ms. Bird.
Except you're not a bird, you're a cat. And Irene goes, very astute of you, small one. I said no small jokes!
No small jokes! Why are you
swear.
hyperventilating?
The next person that calls me small, itty bitty, or any of those words, they're going to get.
You sound a tiny bit annoyed.
Mage and
Okay.
Mage just goes, I think that joke was a bit short-handed.
Drac just puts up a hand and says, "Okay, let's cut this short and not get things out of hand." Looking at Mage Hand.
So this is what Rex does. Rex looks at Bess. You're gonna regret those words. Takes out her teeny tiny little rapier, which is, by the way, it's crackling with energy.
Oh, that's so cute.
I think a little too thick. Mage Hand says while flying high above her reach.
Drac leans in close and says, "What are you going to do with that? poke me to
Alden's like, I
death.
don't think you want to trifle with her.
So she rears back with this rapier, and she thrusts. Dr. Vest, roll your fight.
Oh, this is gonna go great.
Mhm.
I rolled a 4, which is well over my my muscle score.
So you failed. She succeeded. Yeah, take 4 points of damage
I
from
didn't
this
actually roll my.
big
What's your initial
By the-
hit points? Is a D6 plus what?
d6 plus 6.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
plus
12.
I have 8. If I take 4,
You take half
Okay.
your hit points.
oh, that is the cutest little stab wound I've ever gotten.
like tears are traveling down your eyes. Like, it was worth the pain.
Who else was? Oh, it was Drac, wasn't it?
Drac was like leaning in close, like looking at examining this thing with like a large, huge, oversized eyeball.
Okay.
Don't stab
She
him eyeball.
rears back. Okay. Roll me your fight skill, please.
All right. That's a 4. My fight skill
And
is
what is-
a. Well, I'm checking. I have to actually scroll down to character submissions so I can see it. My fight is actually a 6, so it's within range.
Okay. So she failed hers, but you made yours.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say,
Can I roll my
when you
incredible
come down-
strength and just pick up pick her up with like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
and do the bang 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 bang.
Are you fighting?
I'm just doing the over the shoulder like toss back and forth kind of thing. With
Oh,
the...
you're doing the Hulk thing?
Yes. Yes.
Puny God. Okay. Roll me a d6.
A D6.
That's your damage.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Hold on.
Oh no! Roll your d6 and add 3 to it. That's because you're using your incredible strength.
Yeah. 1d6.
Yep.
That's 4.
A 4 plus 3 is 7, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, no, I did d6 plus 3 and I rolled a 1 on my d6.
Oh, okay. So that is 4. All right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. Yes, it is getting stabby in here. She's laying down, going, okay, maybe that was just a wee bit of a mistake. Ow.
Mage Head just goes, well, that was definitely. You know what? I don't have any more short puns.
You say one more sharp pun, and I'm going to come up there and grab you and throttle you, Mage Hand.
I have nothing else. Don't worry.
Good. And she comes out of the little imprint of where she was. Pump.
Drac just puts away like just standing there casually, kind of like the cool kid in town, and just kind of like doing the comb thing again.
What's up with you with the comb?
I don't know. I can't stop. He's just like still like combing his hair.
Like you're grabbing your other hand
Okay.
with the comb.
Have I
Like you're
made
like,
myself
"Stop."
clear? No more subjects.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Alright. Rough.
Anyways, do we have like
Meanwhile, in the back
little
of it,
of glimpses to get out?
meanwhile in the back of Drac's head, he just thinks, yeah, sure, small fry.
Yeah, but you're thinking that, not actually saying it.
Yeah, I know.
Mage Hand's just like, okay, I don't think there's much to get out right now.
Alright. So, this, you've been stabbed, but that didn't preclude you from looking for your scrying glass. So,
It's not on. I never put it on my character sheet for this character, so I assume it was left back in the
well,
other.
roll me a see, hear, smell check.
Okay.
Yep.
An 8. So I exceeded by 4.
Wait.
I too high. I only have a
high.
4 in it, so
All
I
right.
rolled 4.
Yeah, you start patting around your pockets. You start looking in other pockets. You cannot find your scry glass.
Alex just goes, Vass, don't tell me you didn't bring it with you.
Well, to be fair, it probably became the portal that brought us here, so it couldn't transport itself. That's my story.
Drac just throws
You're
up his
not
hands.
telling
And
me
he's
you
like,
don't have more than one.
They're expensive.
Drac just throws up his hands and says, I keep my pockets more organized than that. He just pulls out his comb and says, look, I have my comb.
Wait. When did you become a person? Alex says while pointing.
At who? Drac?
Yeah.
Drac just looks at Alex and says, whenever you got furrier, boy. Fuzzball.
Actually, I'm not sure. Like, he is definitely a little fluffier. But he also can't stop moving. He's trying.
And why are
But
you
he's
vibrating
like-
so much?
Like a
Yeah,
slight,
some-
like, bob.
Yeah, for some reason, Alex, your tail is also wagging uncontrollably.
Why is my tail wagging? Stop it. He says, tries to grab it, but it slips out of his grip.
It
Stop.
slips out of your grasp.
He keeps trying to grab it, but it keeps escaping his grasp. Why does my tail have a mind of its own?
Look, we're here. We're trying to find out how to get out of here. Oh boy. How many times do I have to come by and save you lot?
Hey, you don't say that all the time.
Drac just puts away his comb and starts counting on his fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He actually has 11 fingers up now.
Wait, how do you have 11 fingers up?
Well, it just multiplies.
Yeah, it multiplies. Right, it's just kind of okay. Aya, are you all right? Aya's just kind of. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Now let me try that thing that brought down the whatever that was.
Fridge.
Okay.
Mage Hand says, no more fridges.
Oh God.
That's a floor dice or something.
No, it wasn't.
Oh no.
Kitty. Come here,
It's a
kitty.
shake, but it's also a spell because it's something that she has.
Okay.
Okay. This is what you all see. She goes teleport, and not too far away from where you guys are, a table and 4 monsters appear, and it looks like they're all playing gin rummy.
Huh. That doesn't make sense.
Drac just looks over and is like, okay, I don't think that spell's working the way it's supposed to. But hey, we're here anyway, and things are not what they seem.
Okay, so the first time I tried to do teleport, a thing comes out of the sky and hits poor Drac on the head.
He just rubs the giant thing. He goes. He
Not
pushes it
on
back
your head.
down.
I mean,
And
I've got.
That is disturbing.
And now I've tried to cast it again, and that happens.
Alex goes, okay, your teleportation may not work, but turns to Crystal. Crystal's not looking too hot, or is it just me? He says while pointing at it.
And the crystal has color. All of you notice it has color, but it's dull, and the crystal's kind of wobbling. Like it's
Crystal, are
drunk.
you drunk?
It's another feature. Kind of is every now and then it lets out a slight magical spark from it. I don't think it's doing too well in this place.
And all of you hear, kind of in your mind, all different voices, all saying at the same time, "No, I am not drunk."
I hope Crystal's not drunk, or not dying either. Either's not good.
Alex, where are we? What is this realm?
We're in Cartoon Place, and I could assume why you're not feeling too well in it. Probably getting drunk from it.
I am not drunk. I'm not as
Go
drunk as you
home,
think
you're
I
not
am.
drunk. Go home. Go away wherever you disappear off to.
It's
it's-
possible that the energy of this realm is incompatible with the crystal.
Yeah, that's what
And
it seems like.
and it sits there and it goes, and doesn't go anywhere.
Okay, it can't disappear, or it's choosing
can't-
not to disappear.
It can't disappear.
Ah, great.
Drax,
Jesus.
like, if you're gonna feel like that, looking at the crystal, he says, I guess I have no choice. He just walks over to the crystal and he's gonna pick it up and heave it over its shoulders and carry it. How heavy is this crystal?
It usually floats, but it's pretty big.
Alright.
Like, it's about, like, I'm not sure. Like, for a dwarf, it's about the size of a dwarf.
Okay, so, he's gonna try and lift, I'm gonna use, my extreme, or whatever, incredible strength to lift this thing if I have to.
Yes.
So,
Go ahead.
1d6 or 2d6?
2d6.
Plus my 3?
No, that doesn't come into play.
Okay.
The 3 only comes into play as if you're fighting somebody,
In combat, okay, that is an 8.
which is over your thing there.
So he's like running around, kind of like from like frame to frame, kind of like trying to. I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, you're straining. You can't lift this crystal.
And you just see his shoulders pop out of their sockets.
And the crystal's still kind of going back and forth and back and forth.
Drac just picks up his shoulders and just pops them back in, like casually.
Like little like toy action figures, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing too.
Uh-huh.
I can try to give the crystal a bit of healing energy and see if that at least makes it stable.
Drac looks at
It's a bit of a risk though.
Dr. Vest and says,
Yep.
"Sure."
Oh, okay. We'll give it a try. I'm gonna attempt to cast Greater Restoration on the crystal.
Okay, first roll me the have to get below 5.
I rolled a 1.
Wait. No, you can't roll run. It's on two dice.
Oh, it's 2d6. Okay, I didn't roll.
2d6.
All right.
Always use 2d6.
You can roll 2 at least.
That was 1 plus. Well, 1, but I don't know. That seems a bit weird. Let me re-roll it as 2 because
Okay.
it seems broken. 5.
Oh, you hit it. You do hit it. So yes, you can cast Greater Restoration on the crystal.
Okay, I'm hoping this just gives it enough energy that it can like fly and follow us.
Alex, you see
Yeah.
this light encapsulate this crystal, and while it's no longer going from side to side, it still has dull colors.
I feel like this thing also needs. Well, Crystal probably needs a charge, but I don't think she's gonna get much of a charge just floating around.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping at least we prolong the situation, but we probably have to get your crystal out of this dimension as soon as we can.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yes. Let's. Okay. So, Henry. Irene, do you know if there's a way out of here? Because obviously we don't belong here. And it looks like you guys might actually know maybe? And Henry and Irene look at each other, and well, we don't know how to get out of here because as I've said, we've lived here all our lives. But you might want to try going. And he points, and where he's pointing is everybody. As he's pointing, everybody looks. There is a humongous manor house, like at the end of this road. you might want to go and talk to our mayor. He might have some better answers than what we can provide.
Mage Hand in the background just says, "Ah, great, a practical go fetch quest. Gotta go walk over to someone, and then we're gonna be sent to do more stuff." He says while doing like a little walk thing with his
Drac just kind
finger.
of like puts a finger up to Mage Hand or whoever was speaking and says,
Mage Hand.
Mage Hand just puts like a little like thumb finger on his speech hole.
Boy, don't you shush me. Why am I PG? I really want to say something not so PG to you.
Because it's Toon.
Mm, fun fact: there's a Looney Tunes where with Porky Pig said a cuss word, but we're not going to get to it.
I've heard of it. Yep. No, I've heard of it.
Yes. So have I, and we're
That
not doing it.
particular one has been banned, apparently.
It's great.
So, Rags kind of looks at these two. Thank you very much, and I hope we don't cause any more problems that we already have. Just come on, guys, let's go.
Nice.
Okay.
Let's go. Alex says. So I feel weird. Why can't I stop moving?
I can see if I can talk our way into the place.
Maybe. But while they're walking this way, I would love to ask a quick funny-ish moment for Dark Matter
Okay.
because he's
Yeah.
watching.
Well, he's keeping an eye on two different situations. Dark Manor is.
Yes, and I want to depict him
And
doing it.
and the first situation is he has been told by Lady Mary, when I give you the signal, I want you to move and move quickly. Is basically what she told Dark Matter. And so he's sitting there. Also, I know you can see where everybody is in the other realm. You can't exactly affect them, but if you can keep an eye on them, and if they get into any trouble that they can't get themselves out of, tell me, and I'll probably be able to do something.
All right, while this is happening, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, so continue.
Okay. We can
Right.
continue
Cool.
with this little phase.
Yeah. So, Dark Matter, you're looking into the realm of this. It's weird, Dark Matter.
World.
I'm going to take a quick break too, but I'll be back. Just keep going.
Right.
Dark Matter stares into this realm.
You have seen the antics of, well, you've never actually met the short, cheapified, what looks to be a kobold in your estimation, copper skinned, wearing leather armor, bright blue eyes. And you do notice something else about her, something that is underneath one of her, because she's also wearing a shirt underneath the leather armor. But you see the very edge of it underneath her shirt. It looks like it's a tattoo.
Also, the best way to describe this is, in Samurai Jack, where Aku's like sitting in front of like a mirror thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking that you were doing anyway.
But like he's doing that, and in the background is his killer fellows just kind of playing poker, probably.
Yeah, well, actually, you have two different mirrors. You have one looking in the Toonverse, and you have
Yeah,
another one keeping an eye on what Lady Mary and
and like he's
Punishaw,
looking at
whatever his name is doing.
he's looking at both, but he does have like one of his other like more competent killers just staring, aka the hunter, aka the person with the best eyesight.
Yeah. You know how, you've been around the block long enough that you know how to delegate.
Yeah, Dark Matter's just like, this is absolutely the worst deal I've made in like a while. I have to babysit.
But you have noticed that this kobold has a tattoo.
He leans in closer.
You lean in closer, and there is a point during this particular exchange that the shirt does come up a little bit more, and what you see, dark matter, is that it's a tattoo on the scales, and you're wondering how the person who did this tattoo managed to do this on scales. But it's a tattoo of a snake eating itself.
Tilts his head. Where have I seen something like that before?
Because you have.
He thinks, tapping his his finger on his chin, pretty much. Where has he seen it before?
Oh, that's a very good question.
Hmm.
Hang on. Give me a second. I've got to pull out a different set of, another dice. Give me a second. Ah, there it is. That's the dice I'm looking for. One time I'm pulling out that particular dice. You sit there and you think, you have seen that symbol somewhere before. It was in a very, very old and ancient legend about a pirate who sailed the realms, doing good, and was not always was not always one sex or the other, kind of depending on how that person felt at the time. But always, this particular pirate had that symbol tattooed somewhere on their body.
His eyes slightly widened for a second. Ah, I think I do know that.
You do. You have come across this. Not only is it a story that you've heard and that you've retold many times to your own people, but you've actually run into this person at least once. She was female, black hair, done exactly like a pirate, and smiled very graciously at you. And you even know the name of this particular person. The Corsair.
Ah. Yes, I do remember. Interesting. Why would she have that?
You have a niggle of an idea kind of pervades your brain that souls do get transferred and put into places where they least expect. So you kind of get the idea that maybe, just maybe, this particular soul, obviously you haven't seen the Corsair in yonks. The last time you saw her, and it was a her when you saw her, was during that. But you haven't seen her in yonks, so you don't know what happened to her.
Interesting. Well, anyways, he leans back in like this chair is pretty much sitting at this point. He thinks to himself while looking at this cartoony world. Damn this world. I can't even affect it without hurting myself. He looks and eventually sees the crystal. Now we're going to get to the important lore stuff for him.
You do see the crystal.
Is that who I... No, couldn't be.
And you also hear it's kind of muffled and kind of modulated really weirdly, like one of those old-timey radios. But you also hear what the crystal says to everybody else in the group. Where are we? What's going on?
That's... How did... One of the killers walks up. It's one wearing like a sponge diver thing and says, just, what is it? In a muffled voice. Looks at the diver. That's my damn sister, you moron! Says, well, hitting him in the head. Oh, sorry. Not to Whatever. How did she get there? Damn it! I chase her for like thousands of years, and now she ends up in a random Toon world I can't even affect. How does that even happen?
And then you see the glow from Dr. Vess, this glow, and this crystal's no longer swinging from side to side, although you do still see the colors not coming back the way they should.
That world's affecting her powers. And if it affects hers, it must affect mine. I could not go there directly.
Dark Hand, you're looking at one of your hands.
Yeah?
And you see, just starting on the very tips of your fingertips, they're changing from what it normally looks like to pencil.
Damn it. There's no way I can actually get there myself to yoink her out of there. But looks at the diver with an evil look. It just looks and starts waving like no.
Oh boy, okay.
If I send in someone else to do it, we would have a better time. Diver. No. You know what you got to do. Go and get the crystal for me. And, well, I'll take you out. Hopefully nothing too bad happens to you. Thank you for being my guinea pig, he says while a bunch of hands grab Diver and tosses him into a portal.
This diver fellow, as he's getting grabbed and tossed into this portal, Diver, you feel like you're being changed, tossed, turned, bumped about like you are on the roughest river ride you've ever been on.
And this ain't Splash Mountain.
Yeah, this ain't Splash Mountain. And you're Diver, you're going to come out something different on the other end.
Yay! Great for him. Not really.
Not really. No.
I have an idea what he looks like too.
Good.
Because
So,
it's like one of those old divers with the big brass helmets.
Diving Bell.
So,
Yeah.
So this is what happens. So now we've gone back into the cartoon world, and I'm assuming all of you are going to the great big manor house.
Yep. Jack is still combing his hair as he's walking.
Yeah, Aya's still going. Okay. Her teleport. Oh God. Keep rolling the same damn number too. Oh well, let's see here. Okay. Okay. She goes, teleport! Remember, she's in the back of you. And then all of you hear, ah! And it kind of
Turn around and look.
Yeah, what has happened is the ground has cracked open right where she was, and she has fallen.
Alex
Jack
just
spins around and says, "You really need to stop doing that."
Alex kind of walks over and goes, "Are you okay?"
Vess's eyes get like really big and emerge from like the shadowed part.
You continuing to hear her scream and scream and scream, and
How
the
far is
scream
she
is
gonna
getting
go
less
down?
and less and less.
How far is she gonna go down? My character says.
Jack looks at the crack in the ground. He says, I don't know. Picks up a pebble and tosses it down.
Let's see which one will make it to the ground first.
1, 2, 3.
Drac just pulls out like a very large stopwatch.
You all hear a very small, very, very quiet, almost imperceptible oof. Wait, now how am I going to get out of this particular situation?
Climb out?
The pebble that Drac threw in. Oh god. Okay. So you all hear an oof and then you hear an ow! Who threw that? And you hear very quiet scuffling down the bottom of this hole. A pebble?
Did that pebble hit terminal velocity and nearly kill her?
Yes it did.
Jesus.
Huh.
She kind of takes a look at the situation and goes, okay, let's try this one more time.
I believe in you!
I believe in me too.
Mage Hand just says, whatever you do, don't fall!
I'm trying very hard not to. Come on. For once in my life. Teleport. Oh god, well,
Stop trying to teleport!
How else am I gonna get out of this stupid hole? Okay. So, all of a sudden, she goes, teleport! The town is gone.
Wait, what?
Drac
The
looks up and
town
looks
is
around
gone.
and says,
The town is gone. You all are on a football pitch. A football field.
And he goes, what did you do?
And everybody in the town, including yourselves, are now dressed in football uniforms. And there's a football in front of you. And Aya's actually out and going, what the?
Drac picks up the football. Hike!
And everybody starts playing football.
Okay then. Shrugs.
Drac, where are you throwing the football to? Who
I'm gonna be throwing it to Aya.
Okay. Aya runs. Let's see. How good is her run? Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Okay. She makes it. She runs. She catches the football. The other team is going to try to get her.
Alright.
Okay. Nothing happens. They're continuing to run. Is anybody else doing anything? You've got Toon football. Go.
I know. Vest is going to quick change disguise himself.
Okay.
So he's gonna go spin in like a brief tornado of motion. And when he pops out of it, he's wearing a referee uniform.
Okay. So you're gonna be the referee?
Yes.
Okay. I see where you're going with that.
I have a unique thing I'm gonna put in OSC. Just for shits and giggles. This is what I imagine is happening on the
God.
field.
It's all utter chaos, you see.
Hang on a second, I've got to see what you've just done. Oh, Lord, yes! Okay, yeah, I got it.
Utter chaos between us and the enemy.
that the oh crap.
Oh, referee.
Referees. Thank you. Referees. Alduin, Alex, what are you two doing?
Aldwin and Alex just look at each other, and hand just like, why are we in football?
Do you
When
even know
is
what football
football?
is?
What is football?
What is football?
Anyways, time to pull out because Alex is gonna go first. Like, ball?
Mhm.
Why do I want to take ball? What is this? I gotta take ball. What are these dog urges? Anyways,
Well, actually, who has the ball? Who? Alduin has the ball.
Aya has the ball.
Aya has a ball.
Oh, there's multiple balls. Oh, jeez.
Alex,
what
do
is
you,
it? It's,
Alex, do you have the ball? Or does Alduin have the ball?
Alex is gonna take the ball and he's gonna have it in his mouth, and no one can tell him otherwise.
All right, Alex, I want you to make me a roll check.
What
A run
kind of
check.
roll?
Yeah, roll me a run.
I
Me a
have
roll.
I have 9 for run.
Roll.
I can run.
Oh yes, you can.
He can run real good. Okay,
Yes, he can.
2d6, right?
Yep.
2d6. Give me a good roll. I rolled a 10. This is actually toxic.
Oh wow! You rolled one more than your run score.
When I
So
don't want high number luck, I don't.
what happens is you have the ball in in your mouth. You start running, and the turf kind of goes behind you.
It just starts like rising up, like folding.
It's like falling behind you. Alduin, you see this. What do you do?
Alec, I can't hear you. You have a ball in your mouth. You got the terrain behind you. Mage Hand just goes, screw it. I'm gonna take the ball, and Mage Hand tries to wrestle it out of
Okay,
Alex's mouth.
now this is going to be interesting. Both Alex and Alduin need to roll fight checks.
Okay, I don't think Alden's ready because Alex has really high stats and everything on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
2d6, and I roll it. He gets a 6. Wow.
Okay, so
Below a 9.
Buddy.
So what is your
Okay. One's turn. Old one has got a muscle 5. He just needs to succeed that.
mm,
Easy. But not really. So he rolled 9.
okay, so Alex won his
And Mage Hand lost his.
and Alduin lost his. Okay,
Hmm.
so Alex, you still have that ball firmly in your mouth.
He lets out a slight growl, just Just-
Um, you want to try running again?
well, he's gonna try again while running in place.
Okay, roll your run.
Ha! Again.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta remember this is a 2d6 and not a 1d6.
Yes.
So I rolled a 6, so I succeeded my run this time.
You start running. Where are you running?
I forgot I have incredible speed, dang. But
Can we please set the turf on fire? At least
Where
there's
am
a straight line of flame going behind him.
oh god. Where am I bringing this ball anyways?
Well, that is up to you. Where are you taking the ball?
Oh god. He's just gonna run over to a corner and just have it. His tail wagging really fast.
Yeah, you have a ball. You have a ball. You have a ball. You have a ball.
I have ball. I have ball. Why am I thinking like this? Help. What kind of
You have a
emotion is this?
ball.
I have ball. I'm really happy about ball. I love ball.
No, don't take. Just throw.
But I can't take the throw it. No. Throw it, but don't take it.
Yeah.
It's mine. Nathan just goes, great, we have a wild werewolf dog on our field now. Great.
Well, actually, what
Who is the
you guys
referee,
see is
Alduin
you see.
or
No.
Fess?
No, this was Alex.
That's turned
Yeah,
himself
this was
into
Alex.
rubber.
Alex has run from where he was all the way to the other side of the field past the goalpost and is like sitting behind the goalpost, going, "I have wall, I have wall, I have wall, I have wall."
But like all muffled, like whoa,
Yeah, yeah.
whoa, 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 whoa. I'm literally just putting.
So
I'm just putting like my finger in my mouth, like whoa, 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 whoa.
Alduin,
Yeah.
you just saw Alex run in that direction. Now what are you doing?
Like Machen just goes, Jesus, I think he left a blazing trail behind him.
It does look like there's a blazing trail behind him. And the other footballers are oddly enough, they had split up. Half of them were going after Aya, and half of them were going after Alex, and they couldn't catch Alex.
Drax just looking at like standing at the middle of like the 50-yard line and just be like, I don't know. And then pulls out a comb and proceeds to comb his hair.
Vess wants to try to intercept some of the opposing players that are going after Aya.
Okay.
So he's gonna like blow the whistle and throw the red flag and like get in the way. And then he'll start doing like I have something funny in mind. He starts doing like the hand gestures for like stuff, but it kind of suddenly it becomes like voguing. And then Gabrielle appears as like a little Tinkerbell and is like flying around him and like bursting like a flashbulb occasionally.
Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to roll your. I love this. I want you to roll your fast talk.
Okay.
You have a whistle in your mouth. You're trying to talk.
I rolled a 9, which I just still make.
Okay, so what you managed to do is, as you're doing all this voguing and the picture, is that you've managed to stun the people who are after Aya. Because
There's a part of me that almost forgets this is cartoon logic.
Aya is continuing to run, which she runs, and she's taking that football all the way to the goal.
Goal! It's goal!
Just hear this loud
she
NBA horn.
Well, no, she takes the football, she picks it up, she slams it, and she does, like one of those really silly football dances.
No, you just I see this like just like you start doing like the knee slide, but you keep sliding the whole place around, like the whole arena. I would do that. It'd be funny. But funny dance is funnier.
And she hears Alex going, I have a ball, I have a ball, I have a ball,
I have a ball. Like his eyes are all wide and like his pupils are big. Like,
Drac just casually walks across the field around the scorch mark on the field.
Nobody's touching you.
And just like walks over to like Alduin with the ball in his mouth, just pops the ball out of his like fangs and just like
you go to like he kind of like just like turns his head away from like a dog does when you're trying to grab what's in their mouth. Like, no.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Drop it.
Why?
Drop it.
He's gonna roll what would ever be a grapple or the equivalent of a grapple.
That would be a fight check.
Fight check? Okay.
Yeah, you rolling a fight check.
I
Alex
roll
rolling
against.
a fight check. It's an opposed fight checks. Yep.
That's a 5.
No, I rolled 12. How did my luck strike?
Your luck struck wrong. So you
I just pull your like hold on. Let me see what my score is for this. My fight check is a 6, so I'm within range.
Okay, so you managed to get the ball away from
I
Alex.
just pull his fangs out with the ball.
No, you pull out the ball, and Alex, you have no idea, but he has the ball. You're sitting there, and you're sitting there, and you suddenly strike a dog pose.
Yeah,
tail wagging, going.
Ball.
You want him you really want him to throw that ball.
Throw a ball.
You really want him to throw
Also, I love the idea that because cartoon physics, when you pulled the ball out, his teeth became from a solid to a rubber.
Yeah.
It's like they stretched as you pulled them out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Drac just looks at the ball and he's like, looks at Aldo and says, "Huh."
Well, are you looking at Aldo or you're looking at Alex?
Alduin. And he's like,
Everyone's looking over like, what?
Fetch.
Alex is just
he
like-
tosses the ball. Like with this incredible strength, he just throws the ball.
How do I use incredible speed? How do I use this?
Okay. You roll your incredible speed.
I don't know what the number is.
It's your incredible speed is a 5.
Ah, nice.
If you get below a 5, then it goes off.
So that's my throw, which is just on point.
So I got a 9. I'm angry. he spins out.
Okay. So your incredible speed, if it fails, you
Run into something horrible.
Yes, you do. Okay. You end up running into Alduin,
Hold on, like, wait, whoa!
and you take 3 points of damage.
Ow! He only has 7.
Yes, he does.
Just
The ball just like hits the stratosphere, and just continues to keep going, and then it's like on fire as it's like entering atmosphere. And then the announcer on the podium just says, "That's a
outta
home
here."
run, everyone."
Wait a minute. Also, he still has the cat hat. I remember.
Yep, you still have the cat head. The cat has not moved. The cat is very
It's
quietly
sleeping.
sleeping.
Through this entire ordeal, I love it.
Yep, very much so. And then all of a sudden, once Aya has actually made a goal, everybody, the football field disappears. The town comes back, and all the townspeople kind of look up, shake their heads, and go right back to what they were doing.
What just happened? And Mage Hand just goes, "What the hell? I mean, what the HE double host? Why not the
That's still addresses the referee. He'll come up behind and like blow the whistle. Penalty.
As the football comes like streaking down out of the sky and just bounces onto like the cobblestones, and it just goes.
It does a couple of bounces, and then it just kind of goes wobble, 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 wobble.
And then explodes.
Well, Ale kind of looks at it and goes, "Were we just playing a game called football?
Why were we playing football?"
I don't know."
Alex is like, "Why did I have a ball in my I had a ball in my mouth?"
I don't know that either. And you were acting more dog-like. Oh boy.
Wasn't my worst day.
It
I'd
wasn't
like to
your
see you on a.
worst day.
I'd like to see you on a good day, says Drac.
Okay, Anne is going. Anne's a glutton for punishment here.
No, don't do it. Like as soon as you like go into pose, everyone just looks. Don't do it.
She goes, "Teleport!"
No!
Oh no!
And Drac just goes like, "Here we go again."
Hang on,
Not this stuff again!
hang on. She yells this out as loud as she can. She goes, "Teleport!" And she winks out of existence.
Oh, I would actually work.
I like the idea that everyone goes to tackle her, so everyone just falls and sits there and piles up.
Basically, what happens is she
And-
yells this out. Everybody converges on her. She disappears, and everybody goes.
Yeah.
Like a
can
dog pile.
can as this dog pile happens, can like Gabriel like fly out and just blow the whistle in a tiny little referee's uniform? And then she just says, "Foul, 3-yard penalty."
The crystal has a little flag, like a Go Team flag.
It says, "Go Crystallins," with a little tiny crystal that looks like it.
Well, it actually worked. She teleported. Where was she going?
You just your mage hand, get off of me! Unlike you guys, I don't have a body!
Drac's gonna be at the bottom, and he's gonna kind of like throw his hands up like that.
Yeah,
throw
for
everyone.
whatever reason, Mei-chan, you were on bottom.
I was just gonna put myself on her shoulder, but instead all you decided to jump on me.
Drax on top of Mage Hand. He's just gonna like use his incredible strike to just throw everyone off.
Whee!
Do I have to roll for that? I assume so, right?
No.
Okay.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's a funny, yeah. It's a
Yeah.
funny.
Freaking Mage Hand's like, you throw too hard!
Slams
There
into a
goes
nearby
Mage
tree.
Uh-huh.
Mage Hand goes into like a tree. He falls out. There's just like an egg on his head now. Like a whole nest. How did this happen?
Jack just like looks at himself and is like, huh. I am strong.
He just gently puts the nest back. Okay, anyways, where was I? He just floats back. Next time I try to tackle someone, don't tackle me!
Drax says, hey, now I can throw a hand farther than I can throw. Then I can catch it.
So you have no idea where Aya has gone.
Where's Aya? He's like looking around
let's
the town.
assume she'll eventually teleport back to us.
Eventually. Where is she?
And Arax kind of goes, oh god. Oh, okay, well, we don't know where she is, so now we have to find her?
Ah, great.
Oh god, oh right.
Maybe she's at the manor. As Drax just
Yeah, I
points
mean,
at the
we were
manor.
all trying to go there anyway. Hopefully that's where she was targeting.
Well, she might not have been targeting that because she was upset.
I guess meanwhile, what Dark Matter's doing, where did she go? What do you mean you don't know? You're watching the other mirror.
Well,
He's just like holding a remote control, like changing the channel on the mirror.
Where? Where?
well, Maytan, you just watched the ridiculousness of a impromptu football game.
Well, this is Dark Matter, not Mage Hand. You get them confused.
Yeah, oh yeah. This is Dark Matter. Dark Matter, you're looking at an impromptu football game, which you're kind of just going, wait.
Whatever.
No, that's not supposed to happen. And then you see the football game go away, and you see the tiefling, I know is named Aya, shout at the top of her voice, teleport. You see all of her companions go no and try to stop her because apparently all the other times she tried to say teleport, something bad has happened to her or one of her friends or something. This time they all land on top of her. It looks like she has disappeared.
What the? Where did she? Supposed to watch them. This is why I don't do babysitting.
You have absolutely no idea where she is. Well, no, I take that back. You have no. Right now, you don't know where she is. Right now.
Nice. And he's just like, okay, Diver should be here by now. Where is he? He flickers over to him. His helmet is like lodged into a fire hydrant. Like he landed upside down.
He landed upside down. He's in a humongous city.
That's not where. Damn it.
He is in a humongous city. He lodged himself into a fire hydrant. He's trying to pull himself out.
Well, like water's spewing through his helmet.
Yeah.
Like,
And he looks around. Now I'm going to do some quiet rolls over here. Okay. Okay. So you see Diver after pulling out his head out of this fire hydrant and this humongous city in this cartoon world. And then you see a very small, what looks like a little pinhole, a small shadow, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger It doesn't look like Diver has noticed, but you have because you can pan the camera up, as it were.
What does he see?
Well, Dark Hand, or Dark Matter. You see Aya hurtling down towards Diver.
Uh-oh. Diver! Damn it, he can't hear me. He scrambles for his phone. Damn it.
I can
Diver.
imagine that like AT&T scene where like it's a cell phone. He's just like juggling it in his hands, and then it drops in the toilet.
Well, it's more of Diver. You hear the ringtone and you know it's your master, but you can't figure out which pocket it's in.
Yeah, like he scrambles for it. He eventually pulls it out. Hello?
2
Look
seconds.
above you. Okay. What's up?
And 2 seconds before, look above you, huh? Aya crashes into Diver. Diver takes a whole bunch of damage.
Oof. Okay,
And
later.
kind of gets stands up, kind of brushes herself off, looks over. All right, I teleported. Where did I teleport to?
Also, what I visualize with Diver is like the viewports in those helmets. Well, on those helmets.
Yeah.
Like those actually like show expressions now.
Okay.
They're not static. So like when he's angry, it like gets like an angry shape.
Right.
Funny.
And she looks at this creature, oversized hat. Because that's all she can see is an oversized hat, really. Who are you?
It's not like a. I'm not sure how to describe that. Like it's the classic sponge diver helmet.
Yeah, but that's all she can see is that helmet. That's all she can see.
Like he's kind of dazed, like like the phone is on the floor. Dark Matter's practically cussing through it.
She
he's shouting through the phone so hard it's bouncing.
She leans up. She actually picks it up on one of its bounces. Hello.
Dark Matter's like, whoa. Hi. Like he kind of juggles his phone for a second. You seem you've found my minion.
Your minion. Yeah, I kind of landed on top of him. He doesn't look so good.
Yeah. But hi.
Hi. What are you doing?
I'm just kind of watching.
Watching and sending one of your minions.
Yes.
No. Spill.
Hmm?
Why are you sending one of your minions?
That's nothing you need to know. It's private matters, sibling things. Nothing you need to know about.
Siblings.
You see, I just sent him to go and pay my may or may not be sister a visit that you may have with you.
Right. And she leans over. She's got the phone in one hand. Actually, she switched ears at this point. She's got the phone in this hand. She reaches over, grabs the top of Diver.
Like,
Kind of puts her hand so he's not shaking quite so much. That he kind of calms down a little bit. I'm going to be taking your minion, and he's going to tell me things.
Don't do that.
Either he tells me things or you tell me things.
It's fine. I don't think he knows very much anyways. Look at him. Does he look like he knows anything?
And she kind of looks at Diver for a second. I'm still keeping him with me.
He's one of my newer minions anyways. You're not going to get any information out of him.
Tell me things.
Why do you mortals have to dig?
I'm not exactly begging. I am asking / demanding.
Why are you mortals so needy?
Why have you sent a minion?
I just needed him to go over there and pick up my sister, aka that damned crystal you have with you.
Right. You know what? I'm keeping this phone. You can call me when you need me. And she hangs up the phone and sticks it in a pocket.
Fuck. Oop, sorry again. That time it made sense for him to cuss though.
She grabs a hold of Diver, looks at Diver, and goes, "We're finding our way out of this city, aren't we?"
Oh, no.
And Mork to you too. Now come on, and she kind of drags him
Oh.
behind her. And that's what we're going to be leaving those two.
Funny combo.
So as for the rest of you, Rex kind of looks at you. Now look at us. We've now lost. We just got Alex back, and now we've lost Aya. What am I going to do with you? What
Drac
am I
just
going to do with
storms off.
know.
Drac just huffs, spins around, storms off to the manor, and says, "If you're coming, come. If you're not, that's up to you.
We're
Don't keep me
going.
waiting."
We're coming. We're coming. It's just Arg, Murph. You hear?
He's like
Rags
stomping and
just
leaving
got-
imprints in the ground.
Rags is just kind of trying to keep up with her little tiny feet because she is small and little. Just kind of. How do you people do this? Just kind of how? I don't.
I don't know.
Alduin, Alex.
Alex is like, I just wanted to escape temporarily. Then I got into this world, not this world specifically, and now I'm just in this entire loop. I just want to go home and read a book.
Like you would be both. I want to go back to my friends and finish what I'm supposed to be doing.
I don't even know what time has passed in my world. For all I know is everyone's dead.
Well, you know that dark matter. It's a very shifty person.
Yes, I don't trust him.
Well, it's in a word, I don't think Lady Mary trusts him as far as she can throw him, which is probably not very far. But look. Let's go to the manor and find out what we have to do to get out of this place. Because we've obviously found you. Now we've got to find Aya for some unperceived reason. Oh God. Why? What? Why? What? Why? Why? Just why?
Why everything?
Why everything?
Alex just says, like, why everything?
At this point,
I don't
Drac
want
is
to
already at the
be
door.
here.
What does the door look like?
It's an immaculate wood door. It looks like it has like gold leaf in it, and it's nicely carved. Has a great big uh uh the doorknob where it's supposed to have a doorknob.
I know what Drac's going to do.
Oh, Lord. And there is some writing.
What writing?
Across the top, since this is a big manor house, across the top it says Maple Leaf Manor.
Of course. And Drac's just gonna turn the handle, and he's going to try and rip the door right off its hinges.
Why are you gonna rip it? Mage Jan is like, yes, let's destroy everything. This is how people trust us. Very good. 10 out. If I could clap, I would clap.
Track, why? Why are you trying to destroy this person's door?
He just turns around and you just see like the red fuming face and the steam out of the ears, and he says, "I want Alex to be here so that we can get out of this."
Alex
back
is
to the door.
here.
I am here, you absolute.
But we're missing Aya.
shit.
He turns back around.
He's just gonna, like, I'm gonna pick you up and open it myself. Alex says.
You lay a finger on me and I'll toss you halfway across this bloody universe.
I will run all the way back.
Try me.
Okay, so there's a standoff. So what are you doing, Alex?
Alex is just like wanting to open the door himself, so he doesn't tear. So Drake doesn't.
Okay.
Drax,
He's just like, let me
hand
open
is
the
already
door.
on the doorknob. You're gonna have to prise hand off the
Okay,
doorknob if you want to.
Okay. So this is going to be an opposed fight check. So both of you roll me fights.
All right.
My favorite.
That's a 9.
I got.
That's
9
also
too,
a
and
9.
that-
So what? Tycho's is a defender, or
that's my
Tycho's?
hit.
So
I also rolled a 9.
Yours. So yours is a 9, but your skill is a 9.
Yeah, my skill's a 9.
Oh,
And
okay.
your skill is a 9. Yeah. So neither of you got a hold of the door right at the moment. Roll again.
All right.
Damn it.
What
It's like,
was yours?
like dust starts kicking up. I got a 10.
Okay.
Come on.
And yours, Drac?
Mine is. Hold on. Let me check. My what is it? Fight is a 6.
6?
Yeah.
Wait. If you're.
It
Wait,
wasn't
if
a
your
9. It's
fight-
a 6.
No, I mean, if your fight was a 6, that means. And mine was a 9, skill wise. That means I would have won.
The first time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Never mind. Right, Con.
Right,
You
Con,
just
quick.
see this China racer go across the scene.
Wait. And you see the Animator kind of look at her two riders. Will you two, get it together?
The Dracatio style sheet is upside down, so there's like a 9 for fight, and it turns back right side up, and it's a 6.
Exactly. Oh, so that's what happened. Okay. Sketch. So what happens this time is, Alex, you managed to take Dracatio's hand away from the door, so now you have your hand on the door.
Like, get off, and
He's
just
still holding the
opens
door, though.
Door.
The
He just
doorknob, at
opens
least.
He opens the door while getting him off the door. It's like, stop.
So you open the door. It's immaculate in here. Just, Vess, you recognize this is some good stuff in here.
Oh, we need to make a really good impression on this guy.
There's a reason we didn't want to destroy the door.
Yeah, it's nice in here.
God, this place is pretty. I've only been in somewhere like this once.
Yeah, it's Drac. This reminds you so many of the nobles from where you come from.
Yeah, he's like, okay then.
So many nobles that has way too much money and not enough sense.
It's just like
It just.
Alex is like, this is why I told you not to destroy the door. It looked a little pretty.
Okay.
It looked a little fancy. And if we destroy a fancy door, there's going to be a lot more fancy around.
Mm-hmm.
And people that like fancy stuff are usually kind of protective over it.
And you're coming into the sitting room. It is a nice sitting room. It has nice tables and chairs. It's got bookcases on one wall. It's like lots of nice books, first editions of a lot of stuff that you can immediately, as you're walking into this room. Nice knickknacks on the walls, pictures. There's a fireplace in here. It's a really nice sitting room.
I know it's PG, but look at an OC chat.
PG.
Fancy.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Oh yes. All of that. Yes. So
Drac just lets out a low whistle.
yeah. And everybody, and even Rags is kind of going, okay. So this particular person is very refined, very, up there. We need to be nice. We need to make a first impression, good first impression.
Drax just pulls out his comb and frantically starts like combing his hair incessantly.
I've got the perfect idea for this. Vess is gonna quick change disguise himself. Mm-hmm. For lack of a better word, it looks like he's disguising himself as Marie Antoinette. So...
Okay, you have that skill, don't you?
Yes.
Roll me a quick change. Yes, roll me a quick change. And Rags is doing that as well. She makes hers.
Oh, but I rolled an 8 and I only have a 5 in it.
5, yeah. So what you were intending was Marie Antoinette, right?
Yep.
What comes out looks like Jean Valjean.
Oh, shoot.
Rags, on the other hand, was going for the look that she was going for. She looks like you don't know where she found the dress. I mean, it's a nice dress, and her she doesn't have hair, but somehow she has hair, and it's done.
It's a wig.
Kind of, yeah, it's a wig. And she looks like a nice looking kobold.
Wow. Ow.
And somehow she managed to get a fan. So it's you don't know. And she calls out in this highly. This doesn't even sound like Rags's voice. Excuse me, is there anybody here in this place?
It's Mage Hand just goes, what in the Sam?
Drac just like looks around and says, "Is anyone here?" Oh.
You all hear a crash, a tumble, a couple of pound signs. You actually see the pound signs.
Pow.
You don't know, a couple of pound signs. And you hear someone trying to stumble down the stairs. And there stands a bird, a human-sized bird, who looks like he is out of sorts. He looks like he's attempted to put on fancy clothes, except it didn't exactly take. His wig is kind of off kilter. His clothes, like his shirt is pulled out from his pants. He doesn't look like he has shoes on. It looks like you've just woken him up from something.
Mm.
And he goes, I am Elias. I am the mayor of this town, and you have caught me in a really bad. You're not from here, are you?
No.
Drax just like pulling one of the books out of the like just about to pull one of the the books out of the bookcase and then puts it back and says, "No, we're not."
Okay, so am I to understand that according to our histories and our legends and our prophecies, that you might be the heroes of prophecy?
Huh? you just hear the Mage Hand go.
Yes, we are.
Mage Hand just goes, huh?
Okay, yes, right. See, we have been waiting for the heroes of prophecy for a long, long time. Obviously, we are such a small town, and you know these things get around. We're waiting for these heroes. According to the prophecy, these heroes are supposed to come in and help us clear out the big bad that lives in the in in a castle in a very big town that's far away from here.
Oh.
Yes. And it, well, see the big bad over there is oppressing us over here. I mean, we can't exactly, grow because horrible taxes, and we've been zoned wrong, and just all sorts of things. The bureaucracy is just terrible. Uh, it- so the heroes are supposed to help out with that, at least to vanquish the big bad.
Drac just kind of says, "Vanquish a big bad." Very well. Just cracks his knuckles loudly. Just like the full, like,
Easy.
kind of thing.
You are most impressive. What are you?
Mage Hand just goes, easy peasy lemon
Drac.
squeezy.
The name's Drac Hathio, but you can call me Drac. He holds
Yes,
out a...
Drac, but what are you? I didn't ask who, I said what.
Oh, I'm a dwarf. And you just, like, look up from head to toe, like, you don't look like a dwarf.
You don't look like a dwarf. Dwarfs are small, have large hats, and say hi-ho, hi-ho.
That's the
Mage Hand
wrong...
just goes,
Drac just looks like deeply, like insulted, like...
Mage Hand just goes, a different type of dwarf this is.
That's an
I'm a
unfortunate
mountain
stereotype.
dwarf, not one of those forest dwellers. He kind of like combs his hair kind of like nonchalantly, like kind of like pissed off.
And you, sir, looking at Vest. I don't think I've seen one of you either. What are you?
I'm a doctor.
You're not. That's not a species. Mage Hand just declares.
You are a doctor. Let me see your credentials.
Absolutely, and he will pull out his fake medical degree, which is actually on my sheet.
Oh, good. Oh, Lord. Okay. He completely believes you. Completely believes you.
Malpractice lawsuit avoided again.
Well, you see, it works with cartoon logic.
Okay, so you're a doctor, and then he looks over at Alex. Well, you look like
Howdy.
you're a great big puppy dog. And he puts his hand on top of Alex's head and kind of goes, "Who's a good dog? Who's a good
His
dog?"
tail starts wagging and his ears go down a bit. He's like, why do I enjoy this?
It does feel good, and you want this bird to keep doing it. He's making you feel good.
He's just Alex just has the mixed emotions of this feels good, but also this is not natural for me.
No, it's not. But you don't understand what the heck who's going on. The crystal behind you, who as you've noticed the colors are still dulled. Only in your head, Alex, is you hear a very very soft chuckle. That's all you hear.
Also, Mage Hand just goes, ha, big dog.
And then Elias. And what are you? You're very tall.
Who's he looking at?
He's looking at Alduin.
Alduin's just like, I'm a dragonborn.
Dragonborn. No, we don't have. We have dragons, but I don't think they're born.
Mage Hand just goes, it's just a dragon with 2 legs and arms. Just a person dragon.
And then Elias kind of switches over to you, and you're a glove. A talking one at that.
I don't know why I should feel offended, but I'm gonna feel offended.
And then he kind of, as he sweeps back across, he sees Rags.
Rags.
Rags. Now, you look like the doctor over here, but you, I imagine, are not a doctor. No, I am not a doctor. I am a kobold. So is Dr. Vess. He is not a... Doctors aren't...
He brandishes his degree again.
This is proof. It's like my birth certificate.
And what are you, small one? You see Rags kind of tense up and go, I'm not gonna hit him. I'm not gonna hit him. You know, kind of, I'm not gonna hit him. I'm not gonna hit him. I'm not gonna hit him.
Don't hit him.
I am a kobold.
Naturally small.
A kobold. I don't think we've seen any of you either. My, we have such a strange range of heroes. One of them I actually know, but doesn't look like what I was expecting. You should still be singing hi ho, hi ho. Well, I guess you must do. It's according to our prophecies that a group of heroes comes into our town and saves us.
The saving bit I get, but the hi ho part, not so much.
Mage Hand just goes, just deal with it, hi ho boy.
Drac just like looks at him and is like shoots literal daggers out of his eyes at him.
The Mage Hand just kind of just ducks.
Daggers hit the wall and just go.
Oh, God.
Rude.
It is. And he looks at you all again. Well, it's also been a very, very long day. It looks like that for you. So you're welcome to stay in my house, at least for right now. You and have a fresh start in the morning. Is that all right with all of you?
Seems fine by
Drac
me.
just
Alex
yawns
circle
and
shrugging.
says, "I feel tired anyway."
Ah, yes. By the way, I will give you the name of the city that you're supposed to be heading off to. It is a rather large city. It's very, very modernized. Has things like fire hydrants and phone booths and things like that. Cars. It's a place called
I bet.
Mo Ross. And as I said, it's very far away from here. So if you can find a way to get from here to there in a relative good way, starting tomorrow, I would greatly appreciate it.
Mage Hand's like, I guess we don't have a choice. Mage Hand says, well, like, trying to do like a shrug, but like can't because fingers. Actually, he tries. He's not bound by the normal limits of man. I don't want to imagine what a hand looks like shrugging, but there you go.
Well, my house, my manor, is your manor. You may choose a room and because there's a room for everybody.
Drac just says, "Do you have by chance a workshop?
A workshop.
A place where I can study and learn more about this world?"
As a matter of fact, I do. It's in the basement.
You just hear.
There he goes.
And Rags kind of pipes up and goes, "Do you have a library?"
You're standing in it. I'm assuming she's standing in it because we're like in the study.
And he looks at it and goes, "Yes, it's on the second floor, down 2 doors, and to your left." And Rags does the exact same thing that Drac did. Fling! You see a little puff of smoke.
Wow.
So he said to make himself at home. I picture Vess as like he's already like sitting on like a Chase lounge with like a monocle and a pipe, and he's reading he's got a newspaper. He's reading his newspaper. Like
No, it's a copy of the medical Times.
okay, cool, yeah.
I was about to make it like Toon Times. Today on Toon Times.
And it's like the front page article is like, New Kobold Doctor receives forged medical degree.
Damn.
With your picture on it. Yep.
Yep.
Out of
So Alex Alduin,
Mhm.
what are you doing?
I'm first gonna make this the following joke to the newspaper. Well, Alex looks at another newspaper. This is gonna be a slight reference to only some people though, but just looks at one of the articles. Well, man drinks lava and lives, kinda.
I like it. I like it. So, well, as you've settled into this manor, to the Maple Leaf Manor, we go back very briefly to where Dark Manor is.
Sitting like in his chair, now gripping the seat a little tightly, like damn it. This
Manor,
is
yeah,
not preferable.
Dark Manor, you have noticed that the original group that you had been following with the crystal has walked into the manor, but you can't see into the manor. They've walked up to it, they've gone into it, but you don't know what's going on inside.
Unfortunate. Fine.
Yeah.
Check on others. He
So
looks
you
over.
Yeah, you check on who you checking on next.
Well, before then, he quickly looks at the hunter that's been staring at the other mirror and asks, "How is it going there?"
And the hunter kind of looks, turns back and goes, "Well, I don't know. It's kind of fuzzy. It's like something is interfering for what I could still see them. I could still we could still get to them, but is interfering, boss."
Durr. Now this is aggravating me. I've not been aggravated in a very long time.
I know that, boss. I've been with you for hundreds of years. I don't want to see you aggravated.
A slight dark pool kind of forms under dark matter and it has like small of like dark hands slightly kind of writhing out of it and falling back in.
Look, I'll keep an eye on them. You keep an eye on the other people in that whatever world they're in. And if something changes, I'll tell you, boss.
Yes. He looks back.
And he looks back at the mirror at this point.
This
So
world.
this world it's vexing you.
It's vexing. But he's just like, some
And
of these creatures in it remind me of someone. Who was that
and
again?
and
Yeah.
you look back down at your hand.
Mm.
And instead of just the tips of your fingers looking like pencil lines, the pencil lines have started to grow. It's now like down to your first uh on your second joint on your left hand.
Mm.
And when you wiggle your fingers, they still wiggle, but the pencil bits look like one of those flip books.
Mm.
You can see the individual pages.
He squeezes his fist. I need this to be fixed now. He looks. This world does remind me of something. What was that again? Ah, yes. Lucas. I remember that fellow. What was he doing again? Oh, yes. He looks to one of Narzgiller's. Can you one of you fetch me one of Lucas's pens, please? I think we're gonna need a bit of an artist here. At least his pen.
And one of your other minions walks up. This one.
I'm gonna say it's the stalker, okay, just a teenager wearing a mask and a hoodie.
Yeah, kind of walks up. I can do that, master.
Mm.
This particular minion of yours, you only call in the most dire of emergencies, you kind of don't like this particular one,
Yeah.
because it's a stalker.
He does have good abilities that warrant
Yeah,
some use.
yeah, but it's just the way he talks. It's just
Yeah.
it kind of off-settling. It's just kind of.
Okay, Stalker. Yes, yes, yes. You go get that pin without him noticing.
I can
Don't
do
get
that.
cartoonified by Lucas either.
I can
I'm
do
not
that.
dealing with that.
Yes,
Now
yes.
go, he says while a portal opens.
And Stalker walks through the portal, and you kind of hear Stalker kind of giggle, that really weird giggle, and him doing his hands like, like this as he walks through the
Yeah,
portal.
it's like I'm gonna do it.
I'm going to do it. As you turn back, the other the where you've set Diver,
Mhm.
Aya is dragging Diver through the streets of Moros.
Diver's just like,
And Aya's looking back and going, "Look, we've got to find the person who's the head of this place and see if they can get us back to wherever we're supposed to go. And I still have your phone, so if your boss wants to talk to you, he's going to have to talk to me. Drag."
You're breaking my armor.
I
You're gonna
understand.
scratch a pig.
Look, you're coming with me whether you like it or not.
I've covered my mouth last time for the muffles. This time I'm using a cup.
That's
It's
better.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's better. You're coming with me whether you like it or not. You're going to help me find my friends. And maybe, just maybe, you might be able to complete your mission too. Do you understand me?
I hate this form.
Drag! She's not taking any guff from this particular person.
Where are you selected? This is actually annoying. Not even full of water to be in. It's freaking like I guess eye almost pretty much like the view hole. Like it's like all like
And
wobbly.
as the camera lifts up from where Aya and Diver are, lifts up, you see an expansive city filled with really tall buildings. There are like neon lights. This is a very modern city. With like cell towers and things. And what you see way off, what we the audience sees way off in the distance, is a big castle
I can pick it.
that's not supposed to be there. It looks out of place from the modern city that everybody sees.
He just looks. Look at the diver. Just looks. That's a big castle.
Well, Aya and Diver don't see that. The
I like the voice though.
Yeah, I know. But the camera sees this.
Camera sees. Oh, they don't see it.
Yeah.
Oof. Anyways, continue.
And that's where you see the black circle come in, and with the words "to be continued."
Dark matter. Damn it! That's the best part.
Yep.
Need more popcorn.
We don't hear you. You're muted.
You see, then after like the tape goes click, you just hear the bad signal, and then it zooms out, and you see the guy on the TV, and Dark Matter's like trying to push like play, getting another cassette out. It's like, it's too soon. Puts the cassette back.
And that, my dear friends, is where we're ending this first episode of Realms of Toonified Essence.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on Realms of Toonified Essence. I am your Tricathio, and your host, P.A. Kenny USA, aka RTE Studios. Thank you so much for joining us for this game of Realms of Toonified Essence. We'll see you next Saturday for Shores of Sorrows. Until then, be empowered to play. And if we want to go around and reintroduce our characters one last time before we close out, that'd be up to the animator.
Go ahead.
Dr. Vess?
Gearbox that controls too many characters, aka Old One Alex and Dark Matter. I see you.
Bonk.
And I am your wonderful animator, Patricia Welsh, or Trisha Welsh. See you next time.
Bye.
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 Always were a dreamer as a child. Every night I watch the stars hoping for a sign. My father said, come down to earth, my son. But in my heart I knew there's something more out there. So follow me, just follow me. Yeah, follow me to another world. So follow me, just follow me. Yeah, follow me to another world. To another world. To another world. Don't you wanna lose that bond?